Right. Hi, Bandhuta. Hamotama. So you all will come to the uh, revise and rise program that we are introducing newly to the students who are doing English medium mathematics in Sri Lanka. So here I am basically focusing this year O-level students, but the students in grade 10 also can participate. Why the reason? They can cover up 1025 questions within 3 months, which cover both grade 10 and 11 subject content. So then when they comes to the grade 11, they can easily catch up their questions they are in. Right. So what is this program? I will just conclude something about the program. So here we have remaining, imagine now we are at end of November. So we have we have here 1 week additionally, and fully we have month of December and January and February. We have full 3 months. Okay. Then we have additionally some week here in November. Right. So here my plan is to discuss 1025 questions which focus the first paper part A. Right. So 1025 questions discussion, 25 questions per each day, right? Per week, how many sessions? Per week, 3 sessions. And then per month, then we have 12 sessions. And then to complete 1025, we should have 41 sessions. 41 sessions totally. Right. Okay. So this is like a quiz-based revision. I imagine I take one question, then I will discuss the way of approaching the answer and the subject content of that question, and then the depth of the question which will be given in the O-level paper. So sometimes the students know, and most of the students do not know how the depth of the each question under the essential learning concept, right? So then I can teach you, this is the question and this is the format of the exam question, and this part will not be there and this part will be there. So likewise, exactly we can determine the subject content of each questions. Okay, so sometimes you feel that this is just first paper focusing, although the questions are first paper focusing, but the subject content, the theory part will apply to the second paper also. So when I'm discussing the questions, you can see that how it approach to the second paper also, right? So why I select this method? The students can learn when we are teaching in different time frame. We are learning different topic categories. But when we give a paper or something, they cannot write link to link together the subject content. But throughout this program, you can link all the theory content to a certain topic directly, right? So then that would be a great opportunity to the students facing the O-level exam to recall, to refresh the knowledge regarding this mathematics concepts. Okay. So here I do some monitoring part. So I will start by the month of December. So per week we have 3 sessions. So at the last session or some out of the 3 sessions of the week, so I will give some additional 2 questions to the students to submit their answer at the same time, and then I will rank. I will give top ranker of that week. I will publish their name, and later I expect to send some gift to the top ranker, small gift now, right? Then that will be a bit interactive session. So at the end of each sessions per week I select one session, and then I will give some challenging questions to the board, and then you can at the same times you can submit it to me, and then I will publish this week this quiz. These are the champions, right? So you can have the awarding uh, of that questions, right? ඒ වගේ වැඩසටහනක් තියෙනවා. ඒකට ඔයාලා පොඩ්ඩක් මේකට ඉන්ටරැක්ටිව් වෙනවා, right? um, so that is our program. So per week, that is our current timetable. So Sunday the same time. So Sunday we are starting today at 10 p.m. So Sunday 10 p.m. and then Monday 10:30 p.m. and then Tuesday 10 p.m. Right. So this is our 3 time slot at the moment. So you can join with these three time slots, and I am providing recordings for the each sessions, but it could be a bit difficult part. However, I suggest you to come to the live session and interactively take the idea. Right. Okay, everyone try to participate for the live session. So we conduct this program until end of February, beginning of March. Right. So you feel that, however, I will cover up 1025 questions. So we are setting up the questions now, and then we will cover up totally 1025 questions. So you can take that questions to a file cover, right? Make a print of that and make as a binder document, especially for both 10 and 11 students. And then at last see this much of questions I did, and then the exam would not be much difficult to you, right? So this focusing is to obtain 100 marks, right? If you need to take like 35, 45, 55, 65, this kind of process is not needed. If you need to take C pass, S pass, not much hard working is not required. But this is for sure A pass, but solid A pass. You can score more than 90 A pass throughout this program if you participate and do the works correctly. So here at the beginning sessions, here I have more works to do. At the beginning sessions, you have to do the questions in the morning or the previous day and come to the discussion. But later on, I plan to have a live sessions to write the same time, and then do the discussion, right? Okay, so later on we will check the timer class, like you are writing in the timer, then we will start the discussion. Okay, but at the moment for certain period, you have to write previously, and then the discussion will be done after that. Okay, so that is our program. Things happens, then we will do the discussion. So in the discussion, you can make your own notes, sketches, everything. So we will then you can recall the previous learned categories, theories, concepts, everything, right? So this is our program, and other all the things are mentioned to you in the groups, right? So for the students in our theory class and the paper class, they have some benefits of this class as well. For the new students also, right from the beginning, they can cover up big part throughout this process, right? So this is the introduction of the today's session, and the ending time would be varied as per the extent of the question. So the starting time is fixed, but the ending time I cannot say to discuss 25, sometimes 1 hour required, sometimes 1 hour 15 minutes, sometimes 1 hour 30 minutes, but more than 1 hour 30 minutes it will not continue, because we can conduct within that period 1 hour and 1 hour and half an hour. Between that range we can conclude the sessions, right? Okay, so this is the process. So I upload the each 25 questions in the website. I plan to upload into the website. So we will send the detail to register in the website. Then you can go through the website and you can take the quick questions and to do accordingly. Right. ඕකයි පුතා ප්ලෑන් එක. එහෙනම් අපි වැඩේට බහින්න ඕනේ. වැඩේට ආසාවෙන් වැඩේට සෙට් වෙන්න. ටිකක් රැ වුණාට මැත්ස් වලට ඒක ගැටලුවක් නෑ. හැබැයි හරි ආසාවෙන් වැඩේට සෙට් වෙන්න. පොඩි කාලයක් තියෙන්නේ. විශේෂයෙන් මේ පාරේ ලියන අයට අපි කියන්නේ ජයග්‍රහණයක් ගන්න නම් අනිවාර්යෙන් අපි කැපකිරීමක් කරන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැතුව අපිට ජීවිතේ දිනන අවස්ථා අඩුයි. right. ඒ නිසා ඒකට හැමෝම සෙට් වෙන්න හොඳ වැඩසටහනක්. මොකද මම මේක කරා මීට අවුරුදු 3-4කට කලින්. I conducted this program before 2-3 years. That time I discussed 500 questions only. Then that was very successful to the students to score a solid result. But here this time I will conduct 1025 questions. Right, 1025 questions. Right, these are not the past papers. These are the model questions, and some are from the extracted from the other resources. Right. Okay. Right. Now we will the first session, first quiz 25. So I shared the PDF to you. So I do one by one questions to you. Right. Before move to the session, if you have any questions, right, you can drop us a message. If you have any questions, doubts regarding the program, or if you need any clarification, so if you have any suggestions, right, here I cover up all the themes, like covering up geometry and covering up the statistics, the measurements, likewise. Yes, we can cover up that rate parts, these profits, these everything percentage, right? This will be covered. And the other thing, this 25 questions content is not exactly right comply with that our paper format. Why? If imagine I need to highlight more geometry in some sessions, I will apply more geometric questions. But in the paper, we have only 8 geometric questions only. Okay, so we have algebra, this much standard questions numbers there. So, but for sometimes I will increase the depth and I will increase the number of questions in some themes to recall your memory. Then I feel that this kind of questions would be more useful to you. Likewise, okay, right. Now we will move to the question one by one and we will see the answers, right. So this is our program, revise and rise. So this is first 25 questions, right there. Right, first question, between which whole numbers, between which two consecutive integers does the value root 35 lies? So they're asking between which two consecutive whole numbers this root 35 lies. They are not asking the root 35 value. So here this question is given under the first approximation. Right, first approximation in grade 10 we are learning the first approximation. Okay, then root 35, then I will move to the board. See there. Right, so the first question says right, which and between which whole numbers this root 35 lies. So we have root 35 between which whole numbers, right? So for you know that how this first approximation question is set up in the O-level paper. This is it says. So you have a first approximation, that means square root, finding a square root value which is a number less than 100. Do you know that? So don't need to practice the numbers more than 100. A number less than 100 is given, and that number is not a perfect square. That is not a perfect square. Okay, so in the number less than 100, not a perfect square. Then to find this kind of answers, you need to know the perfect squares less than 100. So what are the perfect squares? So these are the 1 square is 1. Then these are the perfect square 4, 3 square 9, then 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, then 81, then 100. Then you need to know the square root of these values, right? The square root of this value, right? Square root of 1 is 1. Square root 4 is 2 into 2, then 2. Square root 9 is 3. Square root 16 is 4. Square root 25 is 5. Square root 36 is 6. Square root 49 is 7. Square root 64 is 8. Then square root 81 is 9. Then square root 100 is 10. Right. Then you have to know the square root of these perfect squares to find this first approximation. Okay. So, but for this question, so we may have such kind of questions in upcoming quiz, right? So now they are asking root 35 lies between which whole numbers. Then you have to take the lower perfect square of root 35. Lower perfect squares of 35. What is 35 lower one? Here 36 there. Lower one is 25. Perfect square you choose, that is 25. Okay, you take the square root of that. Then upper perfect square after 35, that is 36. Right. Then you take the square root of these both value. The square root of 36 is, you can take that square root of 36 is 6. Right. Then square root of 25 is 5. Okay. Now you know that this square root 35 lies between 5 and 6. Between 5 and 6 whole numbers. Integers. Integer mean whole numbers. Okay. Then here they are not asking the value of square root 35 to the first approximation. They are asking to under which whole number it lies. So that lies between, right, between 5 and 6. It lies between 5 and 6. Okay, so that is the answer for this question. So what are the types of these questions in the exam? They will ask some like which whole number it lies like similar to this question. Some questions are find the square root 35 under the first approximation. But here didn't find under the first approximation. So what's the first approximation say? First approximation means to the nearest first decimal place. To the nearest first decimal place. So that is an approximate value to the nearest first decimal place. So we have a method to find out the certain square root which is not a perfect square to the first decimal place. So we may have such kind of questions in upcoming series because we are discussing 1025 questions. So throughout that we may have number of, in each every session we may have this kind of first approximation. So there I will discuss that one. So you can understand under which whole number it lies, right? So that is the first example. So similar to that, I will ask this question from you. Then you can drop your answers to the chat. I'm asking root 75 lies between which whole numbers, right? Tell me the answers by looking into that. Root 75 lies between which whole numbers? Look into that here and give the answer under which whole numbers. Everyone right? Actively join the session. Yes, 75 over 1 is here. You can see that 75 over 1 is 64, right? Square root. The upper one is 81. So, and between which all number it lies? Here 8 and here 9. So, it lies between 8 and 9. So, that means this value is 8 point something. Okay, 8 point something. What are the available options? From 8.1 to 8.9. Why is that? Because the first approximation dealing with first decimal place only. Okay, fine. So that are the conclusion of the first question. Now we will move to the second question, right? See there. So we have the PDF file with you. Right, second question, find the arc length of the sector shown in the figure, right? The arc length, right? Now everyone see that, that is a sector with 7 centimeter. Right, so you know that exactly what is the arc in the exam. So this is the arc. Okay, this is the arc. You can see that is 90 degree and 7 centimeter. You know that. Do you know that, right? Which kind of sector? Which kind of sector is in there? Are there in the first paper? Do you know it exactly? There are only 3 available sectors for the first paper. What are they? Right. First one, the sector with 180 degree. The second one, the sector with 90 degree. Right. The third one, the sector with 45 degree. So only these 3 right for paper 1. Remember, paper 2, there may be the other sectors, but we are discussing paper 1 here now. Paper 1, we have only these 3 kind of sectors only. Okay, then that is easy to you, right? You can practice. You can think that, what is the dealing with the semicircle? This is the 180, that is a semicircle. And then half of that is the 90 degree sector. Okay, half of the 90 is the 45 degree sector. Okay, these 3 only in the first paper. See the new syllabus question, right? You may see that this kind of 3 sectors only, right? So here 180 degree there. So what are the formula for finding perimeter and the finding the area? Right. So the sector portion is, if it is 180 degree means the portion is half, right? How it becomes half? From 360, 180, that is a half when you simplify. Then here 90 degree from 360, that is 90. When you simplify it, that is 1/4. From 360, 45, when you simplify it, 1/8. So now you know exactly what is the portion of each circle. If you see a semicircle like 180 half, here 1/4, here 1/8. Okay, right. Then general formula for the perimeter 25R. So not the perimeter, the arc length, and for area general formula is 5R squared. Right. So when you need to find the arc length, apply half 5R to 5R of the semicircle. When you need to find area, apply half 5R squared. When you need to find the arc length is this length, right? Apply 1/4 into 25R. Here apply 1/4 into 5R squared. When you need to find the arc length here, this formula, and this is the formula, right? So now you know how the question is set up in the first paper. So you are practicing, you are most dealing with this kind of sectors, then that would be very easy, right? Okay, now I am discussing, here they are asking what? Right, arc length. This is a sector. Here this length is called the arc length. Okay, and these are the 2 radius. So how to find the arc length? equal general formula 25R. Okay, but here 90 degree, that means 90 upon 360, but you can simplify as 1/4. Remember, that is 1/4 of a full circle. So you can find 1/4 into 2 into 5 into R. So R is 7 centimeters. Now you can simplify 7 1 7 1 2 1 2 2 2 1 2 11. So you can see that that is 11 centimeter. That is what name, remember the name, that is arc length. We found the arc length by this formula. So in the exam, they will ask the arc length, sometimes the perimeter. So what's the difference between these two? Arc length plus 2 radius is the perimeter. You have to add 2 radius to that. Okay, carefully understand. So what they are asking, the arc length, that is fine. Okay, arc length they are asking. Right now we will move to the next question. Right, third one under the geometry concept. So they're asking the arc length. We found it 1/4 into 5R to 5R, right? So remember that 3 conditions there. Okay. Now the third question says, find the magnitude of A using the given information here, right? So you can see the diagram. It is a triangle there. See the triangle. This is the triangle, and there one side is produced and this side is produced. See there. This side is produced, and here you can see that this is A. This is A, and this is 2 sides equal, and this becomes 150. Okay. Then what is the theorem behind that? You can know that when 2 sides are equal, their opposite angles are equal. That's the theorem. Here the opposite one to that side, to this side opposite this one. Okay, these 2 angles are equal. Now you can make the equal symbol. They are equal. So you can find out here 150. Then this is what? How much? Because this is a straight line, they add up to 180. So this part becomes 30. You can mark in the diagram itself. Okay, then these 2 sides equal mean the opposite angle to that sides are also equal. In 30 here means here also 30. Okay, then you can apply 2 methods, like interior angle of this triangle is add up to 180, one thing, or you can see that exterior angle here, that is exterior 150, that is equal to the interior opposite sum. I applied that one. Exterior 150 equal interior opposite sum. Interior this one, opposite sum means A plus 30. Right, then you can subject A equal, right, just subtract from 150, 30. So A equal 120 degrees. Okay, that is the part. Right. So the next question dealing with, so what are the theorem here used? Right, here we use the theorem related when 2 sides equal, their opposite angles are equal. Then I use the exterior angle theorem as well as the angles on a straight line add up to 180. Right. Okay. Now I move to the next question. You saw the in the PDF. Right. So this is the question there. Question number 4. Finding LCM of 4x squared y 8xy. Right. 4x squared y 8xy. See there. Right, LCM question. See there, for finding LCM, this is my short method. 4x squared y. You have some traditional method, but this is very easy. And here 8xy. Okay, how to do this one? I expand these terms in this manner. Balagan, right? I expand this numeric and algebraic terms separately. So I write 4 and then I write x squared, right, and write y. Okay, multiplications they are in between that. Then numeric is written under numeric. So 8 is written there. Then x terms under x terms. You align same terms under that. X and y aligns with y. Okay, then for 4 and 8, I need to check what is the LCM. How to check the LCM? So I take the larger value here, 8, and I check whether 4 can convert to 8 or not. 4 into 8 තියනවාද නැද්ද 4 හතර වරක් තියනවාද 8 වලට කියලා මම check කරනවා. Yes, 4 into 2 8. Then 4 and 8 LCM is 8. 4 can convert to 8. If 4 cannot convert to 8, then go to the second multiple of 8. If not, then again multiple of 8 likewise. Then here I take the maximum power of the algebraic terms. Maximum power is taken here x squared. Here I taken y. So what is the answer? 8x squared y. So that is the short method of finding the LCM. You can apply it. Right now we are moving to the question number 5. See that. Find if p equal 1496, p equal, right, 1 comma 4 comma 9 comma 16. Okay. Then describe and write the set P with the common property. P with the common property. So now you have to identify, you have to write P equal and identify what are these numbers. These are like square numbers. Square numbers, right? Or the square number is the correct wording. But not all the square numbers are there. So you have to limit to a certain range to cover up this. So that between from 1 to 16, but if you apply with 15 between range, then more than 16 value to be considered. So I write the square numbers. So square numbers, this is how you describe the sets. Square numbers between or from square numbers from 1 to 16. If you apply between, you can apply another method, right? Okay. Okay, that is also okay, Putta. Right, good. Right. So you know that how many types of set indication methods are there in the O-level maths? So there are several methods. First one we call the descriptive method. Right, means that we are describing the set. Descriptive method that we did now, this is the descriptive method. The second one, listing out the element, listing the element, listing the elements. So what is that method? This is listing the element method. Third method is the Venn diagram, that found by the John Venn diagram. Okay, the fourth one is the difficult one to the student, and sometimes that is given in the exam. That is called the generating form. Generating form of a set. So I write this generating form for this question. Right. So you know these three methods. Now this is the generating form. This is the generating form. I write P equal, right. So I take x as the element, x such that, this is 2 dots, x such that, what is that? X is a square number. I define it that x is a square number. X such that x is a square number. Square number. Then not all the square numbers are there. Then I put comma. So I apply the range. Now x is greater than or equal 1 and less than or equal 16. If you apply this equal mark to cover up 1 and 16. Okay, this is called the generating form of a set. Right, generating form. This is how you write x. How to read that one? X, this two dot says as such that x is a square number, then the range is defined, not all the square numbers, right, between 1 and 16, including both 1 and 16, right? Right, okay. So understand the four methods of set indication in the exam, it would be there, right? So now we move to the next question. Right, see there, the next question that deals with the prism with its measurements. So in a prism, now I check here the question. So now you can see the prism, different faces of the prism with this measurement. So if we feel that this is very simple question, but you know that this is there in the O-level paper. Make ආව අවුරුද්දක O-level paper එකක මේකේ shapes අඳින්න කියලා. The ළමයි හිතනවා, the students think that prism is like in this manner, right? Then parallelogram is there. No, remember the net of it. Net says that two triangular faces and the other all are rectangle. Remember that, not parallelogram, rectangle. Okay, then you can see that this is a triangle face with its measurement. If you draw, this is a triangular faces. Then these two sides 8 given, measure the distance, and this side length here 10 and here also 10. So here 10 centimeter. Okay, that is a one triangular face. So the same triangular faces other side, they are same. Then make a rectangle, right? Not parallelogram, just rectangle, indicate with 90 degree. And then mark here length is 12, so here should be 12 centimeter. Width is 1 of width. Here it may be 8, one side, then the other side length 12 and width is 10. The base is length 12 and width also 8. So here the length is unique for these three triangles, three rectangles, same length, but the width is applied as the side length of the triangle appear as the width of each rectangle. Okay, so here it has 8 cm. Okay, so this is the measurement. So they are asking draw two different faces. You can apply the other one, same length 12. The width is 8 because these two sides same. The other one 12 and 10. Okay. Question number 7. ABC and PQ are two congruent triangles. Write down the magnitude of X and Y and Z. So what is the speciality? In if two triangles congruent, right, their corresponding components equal, right? The students are failed at finding the corresponding components. Right. Right. 10 centimeter එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. 10 centimeter base එක අරන් අඳින්න පුළුවන්. හරි. මේක බලන්නකෝ. Students are failed to find the correspondency. How to take the correspondency? Now check. They are equal, the congruent. Then I take the 58 degree angle and I find what is the corresponding angle to 58 here. So I go to the 58 angle and I see the opposite side. So what is the opposite side to 58? This is the BC side with 2 marks. Right. Then I go to the other triangle and I go to the 2 marked sides. This symbol, same symbol. I go there and I see what is the front of that angle, that is Y. So now the correspondency, okay. So here 58 corresponding with the other triangle Y equal Y. So the corresponding angles are equal. Right. So here I check for 63, what is the corresponding? For 59, I will check. 59 is front to this sign. Then I find that sign in the other triangle and front of that angle is what Z. Then I can say that 59 comply the corresponding with Z. So Z equal 59. Okay, then eventually you can say that the balance is 63. So you can further check 63 is front of this sides, nothing marked. So you go to the nothing marked side here. This one front of that is X. So you write now X as 63. දැන් ළමයි හිතනවා පුතා මේකේ වැරදි දේ මං කියන්න ළමයි හිතන විදිය. ළමයි හිතනවා අර තියෙන තැම්වලම මේ විදිහටම ඉන්න අය තමයි කොරස්පොන්ඩින් කියලා. පෙනුම අනුව මේ විදිහට ඉන්න අය. දැන් මෙතන 63 නම් ඒ තැනම ඉන්න ඉසට් තමයි 63 කියලා හිතනවා 63. here x ඉන්න තැන ඒ ඉන්න පොසිෂන් එකේ පිහිටීමෙන් අපිට කොරස්පොන්ඩන්ස් එක බලන්න බෑ. කොරස්පොන්ඩන්ස් එක බලන්නේ කොහොමද? ඇන්ගල් එක හිතුවොත් ෆ්‍රන්ට් සයිඩ් එක බලන්න. ඒ සයිඩ් එකම අතන බැලුවා යාට ෆ්‍රන්ට් ඇන්ගල් එක බලන්න. right කොරස්පොන්ඩන්ස් එක අඳුර ගන්න ඕක අපිට සෑහෙන්න මැත්ස් වලදී කොරස්පොන්ඩන්ස් චෙක් කරන විදිය අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. okay fine. so question number 10 express the expression 5x minus 10 as a product. දැන් මේක beginning එක නිසා පුතා ටිකක් step by step නේ ගෙනියන්න ඕනේ. එක පාරම අතාරින්න බෑ ගිහිල්ලා හන්දක් උඩට. හරි? ඒ නිසා අපි step by step හැම දෙයකටම යන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට first questions ටික ටිකක් විතර easy questions තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ එන්න වැඩේ දරණු කරනවා. හරි? so 5x minus 10 as a product of two factors. right, you can see that 5x minus 10 as a product of two factors. Right, making factorizing means what? Remember here like addition subtraction terms converted to a multiplication. The factorizing වෙනවා කියන්නේ පුතා subtraction addition convert to the multiplication like factors multiplications are there. So in factorizing these are the three methods. First one, common factors. You have to check must, common factors must. Okay, then you take the difference of squares. You check difference of squares. Okay, then the third one, you take the trinomial quadratic expressions. Trinomial quadratic expressions. So these are the methods, three methods, and you have to follow the same order. Right. So now I check what are the common factors. 5 numerically check here 5 and 10. For that 5 is common. So I take out 5, then keep a bracket, then 5 into x minus 5 into 2. So that answer says 5 into x minus 2. So what happened now? 5 into something multiplications creates. Then that is the factorizing concept. Okay, now check the question number 9. What happened there? So here 4 upon 3x, right, minus 1 upon x equal 1 upon 6. This is given in this last year O-level exam, similar to that question, right? So now you can see what is that. This is not an expression. This is an equation. How you determine it? Here equal mark there. When equal mark there, that is an equation and asking some solution. This is a simple equation. In O-level maths, we have three categories: simple, simultaneous, and quadratic. So simple, how to identify a simple? Just one unknown term and the power of maximum power of unknown term is 1. Then that is simple. Now this is like fraction addition in left side. So to add these algebraic fraction, you have to extract the left side. So add the fractions, the concept is the denominator must equal. So here x there, here 3x there, here 3 not there here. So I bring 3 to this second fraction. How I multiply the second fraction by 3 both the sides. I multiply by 3. Okay, then here 1 upon 6. Then 4 upon 3x minus here 3 upon 3x equal 1 upon 6. Now here denominator 3x same. So I subtract the numerators. 4 subtracts 3, that is 1 equal 1 upon 6. Okay, in this manner, two factors equal together, right, at the side or two sides of the equal mark. Then you can cross multiply this way. You can apply the cross multiplication. That means 1 into 3x equal the other side 1 into 6. Okay, then 1 into 3x equals 6. Just divide by 3 both the sides. Then 3 cancel. Then x equals 6 upon 3. That is 2. Okay, hands up those who got the answer. X equal to. Right, well done. Okay, right. This is with advanced question, but that would be in the paper one, right? We had seen that kind of questions given in the paper one, right? Question number 10. Now we are dealing, right? It is cut one half of a circular plate. One half means, as I mentioned, the semicircle. This is one half with the radius 7, and it is cut into 4 equal sectors. It cut 4 equal sectors. So I cut 2 equal, then I cut again 2. So this is how you cut to 4 equal sectors. The 4 sectors are used to form a flower with 4 petals. Find the area of the 4 petals of the flowers. මේක නිකන් ඉන්ඩිරෙක්ට් ලොකුවට වටේ අවල තියෙන ක්වෙස්චන් එකක්. හැබැයි පොඩි සිම්පල් ලොජික් එකක් තියෙනවා. දැන් මූ පෙටල් 4කට කපලා ආයේ මේක එකට සෙට් කරාත් right. So now the petal 4 petals like in this manner sometimes they will connect, right? 4 petals, right? But eventually the 4 sectors area is equal when we right combine together, then you can see that it comes to a semicircle with radius 7. Although it appear in this manner, cut and paste in somewhere to make some decoration, but here it is like a semicircle area, so the area is not changing there. So you can find out the area of a semicircle 180-degree sector with radius 7. So how to find that way? Right, you can apply area equal, right, semicircle, then apply directly 1/2. Area of a full circle is 5r squared. So half into 5r squared, you apply half into 5 into r squared. R is 7 centimeter into 7 centimeter. Now check 7, 1, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 11. So 11 into 7, it comes as 77 square centimeter. That's eventually the total area of that flower petals. Right, complete them. Yes, very good. Now grade 10 and 11 students have this challenge, huh? Right. So this Tuesday I will issue that challenge questions after the 3-session discussion. Right. Okay, fine. දැන් මේ වගේ questions දෙන එකේ අරමුණ තමයි මේ question එකෙන් ළමයි දැන් ගොඩාක් confuse වෙනවා. concept එක අඳුරගන්නේ නැතුව confuse වෙන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. මේකෙන් petals 4 හැදුවත් දැන් ළමයි කරන්නේ මේක එකක් හොයලා ආයෙ 4 වලින් multiply කරලා අර උත්තරේම ගන්නවා. හැබැයි thinking එක හදාගන්න. මේ එකම lamina එකකින් කපලා වෙනම 4ක් හැදුවත් අර lamina එකේ තිබ්බ area එකට හානියක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් area එක තමයි අතෙන්ට set වෙන්නේ. දැන් මෙතන හෙව්වා නම් ඇති. අන්න ඒ understanding එක ගන්න. Right. Right. Now we move to the next question. Right. Next question says that question number 11. Write down the sample space. Right. 11. Write down the sample space for the event rolling and unbiased die numbered from 1 to 6, right? Sample space numbered from 1 to 6. Sample space is the right set of the total outcomes of an event, right? Total outcome of an event. So numbered from 1 to 6. Then what are the outcomes there? We can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For finding probability, sample space is very important because that to be written first. So that is very easy. Okay. Sample space when rolling an unbiased die. Right. Then question number 12. Right. See the question number 12 there. Now that would be bit important. That is with tricky question. Right. Now ABC is a square. Right. That is a square. That means here 90 degree there. Okay, so you have several methods to do. Okay, then here calculate the PQRS shown in this figure. Area of this PQRS shown in this figure. So there are several methods. So my method, uh, here 2, then here 2, okay, then this side all 2. Then I can find out the total ABCD area, and then I can subtract these 4 triangles. Then I can see the PQRS area. How to take it? So I take first ABCD area, ABCD total area, length into breadth. The length is here 4, here also 4. So 4 centimeter into 4 centimeter, that gives you 16 square centimeters. So that's the area of the bigger one. Then I take one triangular face here, area of that. How to find? Half into, in a right angle triangle, where the base and the height comes as the sides which contains the 90 degree. So here 1 is 2 and here also 2. That is the base and height. So 2 is the base and the height is 2. Then I can say 2, 2 cancel. Then that gives you 2 square centimeter. So such how many triangles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Then you multiply by 4. Then that gives you 8 square centimeter. So then what is the remaining part? The middle square, the 16 subtract 8, that gives you 8 square centimeter. Okay, right. 8 square centimeter. Right. Okay, the other method is bit complex rather than that. Yes, this is Rajuran, we got it. So we found the whole area of this bigger square. How? The length is here 2, each part 2, then here total length 4, here also 4. Right, then we got 4 into 4, the bigger area 16 kms. Then we got found the area of this one triangle, right angle triangle, half into base into height. The base is this 2 as well as height is 2. Half into 2 into 2. Then 2, 2 cancel and came 2. That is one triangular area. Then we have such 4 triangles there. You multiply by 4, 8. Then how to find the in between PQRS? Then from the whole figure 16 subtract the 4 triangular area. Okay, right. The other method, this is bit advanced method. I don't know whether you got you will do it by that method. So here to right. This is a right angle. Okay. Then you can use the Pythagoras theorem to find out this length. If I take that is x, you can apply the Pythagoras theorem. How? Front to the 90 degree, that is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse squared equal x squared equal 2 squared plus 2 squared. Okay. Then x squared equal, right? So I take that side length as x. X squared equal 2 squared means 4 plus 2 squared means 4. Then x squared comes as 8. X squared comes as 8. එහෙනම් මේ පැත්ත x නම් මේ පැත්තත් x means this side also x. Then what is the area of this one? This is also become as a square. Why? Here 90, here 45, 45, here 45, 45, then here automatically 90. Then this is a square with side length x. Then what is the area of that? X into x, x squared. X squared given as directly in the Pythagoras theorem, which value? 8. Right. That is an advanced method. So directly rather than that, short steps. So x square is the area of that square that is given by the Pythagoras theorem directly 8 square centimeters. Okay. Right. This one, right, without finding x plus y, this kind of questions they are in the O-level paper, right? You can see that one. In the O-level paper, right? Now we will check that one. Right. So the next question says that 2x plus 3y equals 7. 2x plus 3y equals 7. And here we have 3x plus 2y equal 3. Right. So this is first equation and this is second equation. Without solving, you have to find the x plus y. Without solving, you have to plus x plus y. Dragging. So individually, we are not allowed to find x and y and adding x plus y. We have to find x plus y together at once. So in this kind of questions, you have to add these equation or you can subtract the equation. So what I do, I check whether I add or subtract. How? I check 2x plus 3x, what's the answer? 5x. And then 3y plus 2y, that is also 5y. So to have x plus y answer, the x coefficient and y coefficient should be equal. So here 5x, 5y. Then they are equal, x5, y5. Then you can add the equations, right? First equation add with the second equation. Left side addition, right side addition. Then check 2x plus 3y add with, right, 3x plus 2y, left side addition, here to here, then right to right, 7 plus 3. Then here 2x plus 3x, you can add 5x plus 3y plus 2y, that is 5y, equals 7 plus 3, 10. Then take a common factor here, 5, right? Then x plus y, to taken out 5, then x plus 5 taken, y equal 10. Then divide by 5 both the sides. This multiplication 5, divide by 5. Then 5, 5 cancelled. And x plus y becomes 10 divided by 5 2. Right, බලන්න. Right, මේවා O level papers වල තියෙනවා right mate kind of questions. Right, now we move to the question number 14 there. See here, this is a question. Okay, here we have A and here we have 70, right? And here we have 40 and here we have B and here we have 150. Okay, right. So now you can apply the right exterior angle theorem in two different manner. Right, exterior angle theorem in two different manner. See to this triangle, හැමෝම බලන්න මේ triangle එක. You can see that this is the triangle, okay, and this is the exterior created. Okay, this is the exterior. So what the theorem says, that exterior equal interior opposite sum. Right. So x a here a plus 70 equal, right, the exterior angle 150. Okay, now you can subject equal 150 subtract 70. So equal 80 degrees. Equal 80 degrees. Okay. Then you can find out the other way. So check in this manner the exterior angle theorem. This is the triangle and this is also exterior 150. In that way you can see that 40 plus b equal, right, the exterior angle 150. So b equal, right, just bring the 40 to the other side, subtract 40 from 150, then that gives you b equal, right, 110. Okay, so that's the exterior angle theorem applications in two different triangles in two different ways, right? Right, now we are moving to the question number 15. See everyone, 15, y upon y upon 2 බලන්න මේ වගේ questions එන්න පුළුවන්. Y upon 2 equal 4x plus 3 right? So what they're asking, um, write the gradient and the intercept of the straight line. So the straight line identity card equal y equal mx plus c. That is its identity card, right? So two major quantities are there to know. What are the major quantities? M called the gradient, and then the C is the intercept. Okay, C is the intercept. Okay, then to find such gradient and intercept, y to be subjected as y equal, see the format, y equal, then x coefficient, x front value is the gradient, and after the x, the constant is the intercept. So now check. Here y is not subjected as y upon 2 there, y divided by 2 there. So I need to subject y here. So how to subject y? This division 2 to be eliminated. So division 2 to be eliminated, I need to multiply by 2, but it's not allowed to multiply at a certain term only. So we have to multiply all the terms of the equation. So we multiply this y 2 as well, here 4x by 2 as well, plus 3 by 2. Okay, then here you can see 2 simplified, then y equal 4 into 2x means 8x, right, plus 3 into 2 means 6. Now y subjected as 8x plus 6. Y equal 8x plus 6. Now y subjected. Now tell me the gradient. Gradient is front coefficient to the x. That x coefficient, the front value to the x, that is 8. And what is the intercept? After that, the constant, that is 6. Okay. Okay, so here in the exam, they give such kind of equation where the y is not subjected. If y subjected, y equal there, so no issue, just give the answer with x coefficient, y coefficient, right? Okay, now we are moving to the question number 16, right? Okay, so here we have some kind of other questions we will discuss in further, right? Finding gradient, finding intercept using the coordinates given. So I will apply such kind of different question. But remember for this one, whenever you see an equation in the y equal mx plus c, only you can say that the gradient and the intercept. So here the important part, y equal should be there, not y upon 2, 3y, 2y, not that, y. Right. A car travels at a uniform speed of 80 km per hour. So 80 km per hour means, right, what's the understanding? If you take a clock and measure 1 hour period, then it travels how many distance? 80 kilometer distance. If you measure 1 hour period and then you see the car, it travels 80 kilometers. That's the understanding. So they says that by 3.5 hours, how much the distance traveled? 1 hour 80, then 3.5 hours means what? 3 hour means 80 into 3, right? Then 0.5 means 1 hour 80 or half, 0.5 means half, 40. So what happened eventually? Just 1 hour distance multiply with the time period. What is the time? 1 hour 80 kilometer, then 3.5, how much? Right, then what is the answer? 280 kilometers. That is the distance. Or if you are very familiar with the equations, so we have speed equal distance over time, d upon t. Speed equal distance over time. They are asking a distance, then subject distance, speed into time. So when you subject distance equal speed into time, speed into time. Yes, speed equal distance equal speed into time, cross multiply in this way. Okay, fine. Right. See the other questions. These are very important. Right. Then question number 17. Right. See there, I move to the question number 17 here. Right. The midpoint of the side AB and BC are triangle. Right. Midpoints given. These two midpoints. So this is one midpoint, and in this triangle, another one midpoint given. Right. So now when two midpoints of a triangle is connected, right, you know that the midpoint theorem, right? What is the midpoint theorem says, see everyone? The midpoint theorem says, this is the midpoint theorem. When you connect two midpoints, when you connect, this is one midpoint, this is equal this one, and this is the other midpoint, these two sides equal. Then when you connect such midpoints together, so it says two outcomes here. What are the two outcomes when you connect two midpoints of a triangle ABC? Right, there are two outcomes there. The first outcome, this connecting line is parallel to the third side. That is the first outcome. The second outcome is lengthwise. If I take this is DE, so DE is half of the AC length. DE is half of AC length, lengthwise, making half with intersecting. That's the midpoint theorem says. So what's the midpoint in a triangle? When two midpoints connected, then that is the connecting line is parallel to the third side, as well as that distance is half of the third side distance. Okay. Now here they have given here 3 centimeter, here 3 centimeter, the midpoint no, then here 2.5, then here 2.5, midpoint no, right? Then here given 6, then this is twice of that as per the midpoint theorem outcomes. If this is 6, here becomes 12. Then what happened? They ask in the perimeter of this quadrilateral, then you have to add all the 4 dimensions here. What are the dimensions? 12, then here 6, then here 2.5, then here 3, adding together, then here 0.5, they are 23.5 centimeters there. Okay, so what's the exactly the theorem applied? This side length is right. This side length is twice of that. Make wagi dekak meya metana build up 12 centimeter. Okay, right. Midpoint theorem, those who do not know, especially the grade 10 students do not know that midpoint theorem, but they can learn now before they move to the grade 11. Right. Here twice of that in two midpoints connected. Right. Now we will move to the next question. Right. Now see the question clearly. Here you can see a circle there. So this is a circle, right? And there we have two parallel lines. Here one parallel line and here another parallel line. Okay, and then here a quadrilateral being created. Okay, and that is parallel, right? And here it is marked 73, and here X. This is very simple question, right? So here you see that two lines are parallel, right? When two lines are parallel, what happened? They creates, this is like acting as a transversal. Then between the same parallel line, and the same side of the transversal, then you can see this kind of angles. These are called the allied angle. Then if the lines are parallel, the sum of the allied angles becomes 180. Then you can say that x plus 73 degree equal 180. So that is the sum of allied angles since the lines parallel. So then subject x equal 180 subtracts this 73. So x you can write it as 107 degrees. 107 degrees. Okay, so that's the theorem you applied here. Right. You can ask any questions if you have any doubts. Yes, very good. Right. Now we move to the next question that is very important. No, Buddha. Here, first question, we do not want to write the theorem's names. First paper, revised question. So, in the second paper only, we will write that the reasoning. Right. So, question number 19 there. Solve the inequality x plus 2 less than or equal 6. And they are asking and write down all positive integers solution. So, what are these key wording? Positive integers which satisfy this. Okay, now how to do that one? Here, just solving inequality is like solving an equation, right? There are some dissimilarities, right? I will teach you when you multiply by a negative value or when you divide by a negative value, the inequality sign to be changed. All other aspects are same, equation and inequality, except that two methods. So here solving inequality means subjecting x at the site and taking a certain range of solution for x. So what I do here, I bring this plus 2 to the other side, then what happens? So x less than or equal 6 subtracts 2. So then x less than or equal 6 subtract 2 means 4. So x is less than or equal 4. Okay, now I mark the solution on a number line. See there, right? So here I take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And here negative 1, negative 2. So how to mark the solution on a number line? See there. Now x is equal or less than 4. I go to the 4 and make a circle and I shade it. Okay. Then x is less than or equal. Less than means we are the number line left side of the certain number. So 4 is there. Less than means this region, right? So I can shade the region. Less than region is here, right? So this is the less than region. Right, less than region is this one. Okay, now under that region, what are the right positive integers satisfy? Integer means whole numbers, then positive whole numbers. So what are the positive whole numbers satisfied? So 4 can includes, because 4 equal there, 4 includes, then the other one left side, you can see the integer mean whole number, 3 includes, then 2 includes, then 1 includes. What about the 0? Is that a positive integer? What is that? Is that a positive integer? No. 0 is neither positive nor negative, right? Right? Negative නෙමෙයි positive නෙමෙයි. සමහර මිනිස්සු වගේනේ කිසිම හොඳත් නැහැ නරකත් නැහැ. ඒ මිනිස්සු ඉන්නවනේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි 0 කියන්නේ. Right? Negative නෙමෙයි ඌ positive නෙමෙයි. ඌගේ sign එක මොකද්ද? උඩ sign එකක් නැහැ. Right? Right. So that are the positive integers 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So understand positive, right? Positive integers, positive whole numbers. Okay, right. That is done. Then the next question. The next question 20. What's the amount of work done? 20. What's the amount of work done by 10 men in 5 days in 8 hours per day in man hours? So now learn something new. To take man hour, right? Just multiply man with days first. Man with days, then you take man days. Okay, man with days multiplication, man days coming. To convert man hours, then multiply the number of hours working per day. Number of hours working per day, multiply with that figure. So now 10 men is there. How many days? 5 days, right? Then how many hours per day working? 8 hours per day working. The daily working hours, that is 8. Just multiply these three figures. So the amount of task is measured by man days or man hours. You can apply here. Now you can see there. So 10 into 5, 50 into 8, that is 400. What is the unit? Man hours. Right, see there. So find man hours, man into days into hours, right? Now we move to the 21 questions here. මේක බලන්න ඉතාම වැදගත්. මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නත් අපි දැකලා තියෙනවා. For finding the deviation column, see there. So here, this is when we are dealing, grade 10 students also done this one as well, 11. So finding a mean using a mid deviation method, we use this kind of table. So they are the mid value given. Then they are asking mid value of the 2630 interval as the assumed mean. So 2630 mid value is this one. So that is called the assumed mean. So the deviation defined, right? The mid value subtracts the assumed mean. That's the deviation definition equation. So the deviation defined as, right, mid value subtracts the assumed mean. So here the mid value of this class interval is 28 as well as the assumed mean is 28. Then what is the deviation of that? 28 subtract 28, 0. That's why you are putting front to the assumed mean 0, that deviation. So deviation taken by this equation, it's the mid value subtracts the assumed mean. Right, you can note it down. Mid value subtracts the assumed mean. Okay, then mid value is what? 28 subtracts the assumed mean, 28, 0. Then how to find this deviation? The second deviation here the mid value is 23 subtracts the assumed mean, 28. So just 23 subtract 28, then that gives you negative 5. Negative 5. Okay, negative 5. Right, so negative 5. Okay, understood. That's how you develop this deviation column. So you learn something new. Deviation equal, right, mid value subtracts the assumed mean. So where you can choose any assumed mean as per the question, but if they ask to do take some assumed mean, they will advise us, right? Yes, Puta, here assumed mean, we can take any value as assumed means, no harm to the answer. But the question says that by taking the mid value of the 2630 class, 2630 class is this one, mid value of that is 28, you taken as assumed mean. So that is the assumed mean. Then deviation columns comes as how to find the deviation from assumed mean, sorry, from mid value you subtract the assumed mean. So what is the mid value here? This is mid value column. Mid value 28 subtracts its assumed mean. Assumed mean also 20. That's how it becomes 28 subtract 28, 0. Right. Then here 23 subtract 28 is this one, that is negative 5. Right. Okay. Right. Now we move to that 20th question. Amount of work done is, that's for 400 man hours only, not divide by 5. Right, 22. Now see the 22, right? That is progression 9630, and this value is negative 6, and this, to which progression this number patterns belongs to, write the corresponding number in the blank. So there are two types of progression in grade O-level maths. So what are they? Arithmetic progression and geometric progression. In an arithmetic progression, there is a common difference. In geometric, common ratio there. Right, now you can see that. See the common difference here for 22, right? 22 question. So 963 So we have the terms 9, 6, 3, 0, right? Then uh, here and then -6, right? Then how to take the common difference there? 6 subtracts 9. After term, subtract the previous term. That gives you -3. You also having common difference. You can check 3 subtract 6, -3. Okay, then you can see that which type of progression, that is an arithmetic progression, by the reason having a common difference between the between the terms everywhere. Okay, then how to take from here, just adding -3, then that is -3. So the next one is -3. That's the blank. Okay. So how to prove a progression as an arithmetic progression? Check at least 2 times the difference, 2 times, and show that having a common difference. So having a difference doesn't appear as arithmetic progression. Having a common difference between the two terms everywhere, that difference is common. Then that is an arithmetic progression. Right. Yes. How to understand? Yes. In an arithmetic progression, there is a common difference. If you consider any two consecutive terms, that difference having a constant value between the all the progressions throughout all the progression. So you write that is having common difference, then that is an arithmetic progression. That is how your argument build up. Okay, 23. Find the area of base of a right circular cylinder of radius 7. So 23rd question, right? We have a cylinder. You can see there, this is the cylinder, right? Then the base or radius is 7 centimeter, right? This is the base, here 7 centimeter. So they are asking this base, right? So they are just asking base area, right? So base is this one, this area, that is a circular shapes, circular plane figure, that area is asking. So the circle area. So how to find the area of a circle? Equal 5r squared. So just apply 5 to into 2 upon 7 r squared. R is 7 into 7. Right. Then 7 7 cancel. 7 into 22, that is 154 square centimeters. 154 square centimeters. Right. That is very simple question. Okay. Then how to find the curved surface area? The base is this one, the lid also this one. So these two are having same area. So you can add this one and this one. Then this is the curved surface area, right? So the curved surface area of a cylinder is given by 25RH. 25RH. How it happened? Actually, it happened when you so additionally to that, the curved surface area create in this manner. So when you cut it, right? So this is the curved surface area creates. Curved surface area is a rectangle, right? You can unfold here, right? You can cut throughout this and you can unfold it, right? Then you can see this is deduced to a rectangle, right? Then this base area, base circumference, base length comes to the length of the rectangle. Base circumference is with radius r is 25r, and the height of the cylinder h comes the height of the rectangle. That's how the curved surface area comes as length into breadth 25r into h, 25rh. Okay, right. So that's additional knowledge. The curved surface area of a cylinder, 25rh. The base is 5r squared, top is 5r squared. That's how 25r squared plus 25rh is the total surface area. Okay, right. Now we move to the 24th. That is very easy. Just theory questions. Then that question ya kadala podda relax enna podi sarala ekakuth tiyenuwa. Right. So now here you can see that the same sector angle. So the starting point, see that the same 2 points, and when you draw from this one, it is separated into 2 segments, right? Same segment angle. Now from the same segment, this segment, right? This segment, the angles obtained by the same terminal, these are the angles obtained here and here and here. So all the 3 angles obtained there are equal, right? Then what is the, if A equal 3, so we can write that A equal B equal C, all are equal. What is the reason? Same segment angle, right? Right. So A equal given as 30, then 30 equal B, B also 30. So C also 30. So that's the argument. Okay, fine. So the last one, using the knowledge of locus, mark the points S which is equidistant to the line PQ and PR. Right, before moving to that question, I will give you what's the question in the O-level paper. Right, remember everyone, in O-level paper we have 4 locus, right? We have 4 locus. What are the 4 locus? Right, if we have a fixed point, first locus, equidistance to a point, equidistance to a fixed point. What is that? Can me point eකට එකම distance එකකින් ගමන් කරන්න නම් පුතා යා circle එක යන්න ඕනි, right? It must travel through a circle with this as the center point. So this is the locus, first locus. This is the fixed point, equidistance to that point, that is the circle. Okay, so the second one, equidistance to 2 points. If I have 2 points, equidistance to that 2 points, how to take the locus? I connect AB, and then that is the perpendicular bisector of that. Perpendicular bisector means here perpendicular as well as this is bisector. So equidistance to 2 points. So in the exam, understand equidistance to a point or equidistance to 2 points, or the other one, equidistance to a line. Imagine we have a line called AB, right? Right, then equidistance to that line is another parallel line. Make a common distance to a line. So understand. So that is a parallel line, maybe on the top or the bottom, right? So that is a parallel line. Okay, so that is equidistance to a line. What can you know? Equidistance to a point, equidistance to 2 points, equidistance to a line. Then the last one, equidistance to 2 lines, we are non-parallel, right? So this is non-parallel 2 line. Then equidistance to that line is the angle bisector of that, right? Angle bisector of that. This is the equidistance to 2 line. So out of these 4 locus, right, 1 locus to be given, but 2 locus equations can't be given. No, it can be given, but 1 locus to be drawn, right? 1 locus to be drawn by themselves. For us to do only 1 locus only, right? එහෙනම් පුතා මේ හතරෙන් එකක් තමයි 25 24th question එකට එන්නේ. හරියට clearly identify කරොත් මේක අපි තේරුම් ගන්නවා නම් whether it's equidistance to a point, the equidistance to 2 points, the equidistance to a line, the equidistance to 2 lines කියලා අඳුරගත්තා නම් විභාගෙදී ඇති දෙයක් නේ හදන්න. පැහැදිලිද? ඕක අඳුර ගන්නයි බැරි වෙන්නේ scenario එකේ. equidistance to a point ද බලන්න, 2 points ද බලන්න, line ද බලන්න, 2 line ද බලන්න. right, එච්චරයි තියෙන්නේ. පැහැදිලි? එතකොට මේ හතර තමයි conclusion. This is learned at grade 9 maths. Okay, first time you learn at grade 9 maths. You can sketch per circle, perpendicular bisector, parallel line and angle bisector. Now check the question. The question says that Using the knowledge of locus, mark the point is which is, now check, equidistance to the line PQ and PR. PQ is a line, PR is a line. PQ line, PR line. Two line equidistance mean angle bisector. Yes, that is drawn. It is drawn by themselves. So now ask to draw which one equidistance to the point P and Q. Point P and Q. So now 2 points. So equidistance to 2 point is what? P and Q. 2 point equidistance means perpendicular bisector. Then this line, this is the perpendicular and bisector. Mark this information, right? Perpendicular 90 degree and bisect. So satisfying these both conditions where the line meets, perpendicular bisector meets the angle bisector, then that's the meeting point. That's the meeting point, right? So then this is the intersecting point, right, where the angle bisector and the perpendicular bisector meets. So this is the point to be marked as S, right? Okay, right. That's the point being marked. Okay, so we discuss now. You can see how many marks you got for the first 25 quiz, and send me your marks out of 50. So each question carries 2 marks, then 25, 50, right? Out of 50, how much you gain? That is not much harder. That's bit easy question scenario. So you know that when we come to the session 2, 3 sessions, that will not take that much time today, because here we got introduction and here we got some detailed discussion, but nearly 1 hour and 1 hour 15 minutes maximum we can conclude the sessions, right? So everyone, so make your marks for each 25 questions, and then see your progress throughout this 1025 quiz program. Okay, very good. Okay, make the knowledge, right? Additionally, what you got the theory parts. So do you learn something better here today? What about your idea? Did you learn something newly, or you practice now and you feel that is better? Right. So especially right for both the students, right? You can take more advantage throughout this class series, right? Right. Okay, Buddha, right. So next day onwards, we will monitor your marks as well. We will check your progress, right? Then that would be a great opportunity you to catch up these things, right? Okay, Buddha, right. Then I will conclude the first Q's 25 quiz, right? Then that would be the second one, 50. I make as 50 cumulative progress, cumulative, then 75, 100, likewise, right? Okay, Vita, thank you very much for being here nearly to the midnight. Right, I think that would be okay. Right, okay. Then our next session tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. So we will mostly complete the 50th question, and we will meet by tomorrow and then day after tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much. We will meet by tomorrow. I don't.